Dear Scholar Clell, instead of reading further, I hope you will return this letter to its envelope, or, better yet, crumple it into an abstract shape that might look quite at home on a coral reef. I become exceedingly anxious around strangers, you see, and I dared only write this note after convincing myself that you would never read it. It is only now, when I can picture you disposing of these pages in some appropriately dramatic fashion, that I may continue my message without succumbing to trepidation. You do not know me at all, Scholar Clell, but after reading your most recent publication, as well as the 4 preceding it, I feel as though you have become a dear friend. I only wish a human companion ever brought me as much intellectual bliss as your natural history companion does. Surely you receive letters of this nature from eager readers all the time, though. So I will depart from flattery, and approach the more pressing subject that inspired me to risk writing to you in the first place. As a scholar of classification, might you assist me from afar with an inquiry of relative import? A few tides ago, I encountered a species unlike any I have ever seen. Lacking a name for such creatures, I dubbed them elongated fish. They cannot be subtle pipefish, as they do not possess needle-like noses, and far surpass the approximate measurements you offered in your appendix. My fish are also decidedly unsubtle. During my observation of the fish, I noted the following additional traits. They are remarkably quick in the water, possibly crepuscular or nocturnal, and territorial to a fault. Allow me to elaborate, if I may. Yesterday, I sat by my window, watching glimmers of sunset from the surface dye the drop-off waters a stately purple. I do this sometimes, when I feel most at odds with my brain, you see, and find it quite effective. I was all alone. My sister Sophie recently departed on the Ridge expedition, though because you are also a scholar, I assume you know about that expedition all too well. My apologies. And it was then that I witnessed a most unusual scene, starring the elongated fish. Their colouring was a kind of magenta, speckled with silver, but stretched almost transparent, like strands of hair about to break. Most bizarrely, their bulbous green eyes sat flat on the very tops of their heads, rather than protruding in profile. From tip to tail, each measured longer than our house is tall. Oh, my apologies again. I hoped to avoid boring you with biography, but I suppose the preceding paragraph might confuse you, since you do not know where I live. You may have heard of the late, renowned architect, Scholar Amiel Sidnusin, she who developed the first underwater dwelling, located a few hundred fathoms off-coast from your own boundless campus and colloquially called the Deep House. Well, she was my mother, and I colloquially call it home. While I am not a scholar myself, and pray that you will forgive my boldness in writing to someone of your academic prestige, perhaps you have encountered my esteemed sister, Scholar Sophie Sidnusin, from the School of Observation at Boundless. Oh, I mentioned her just a few sentences ago, did I not? Or my rather less esteemed brother, Apprentice Scholar Arvist Sidnusin. Yes, our mother defied the typical Boundless custom and gave us what she deemed scholarly virtue names, which we all promptly despised and altered. Sophie is short for philosophy, and Arvist, somehow, for artistry. I dare not tell you my given name.